Hi, it's Carola. So it's beginning of April now, and Paris has been in lockdown since the 17th of March. And that means that everybody working in entertainment in Paris is pretty affected by this.
My name is Emily. I am a professional aerialist, cabaret performer, and teacher based in Paris, France. I perform and create under the stage name Holly Bordeaux, and I do several activities and projects kind of within that arena.
À part quelques vieux farfelus qui viennent me parler du temps passé sur mes instruments pleurnichés comme si la jeunesse oubliée ne s'était pas bien amusée.
I produce shows both here in Paris and in Seattle. And then I also create solo aerial acts that I book and perform throughout the world. I think the way that this has affected me as an entertainer and a teacher here is just the big giant pause or cancellation of everything. So a huge part of what I do is in front of a live audience or a group of people. And we'd debuted our first Cabaret and Vent show, which is a project that I'm doing collaboratively with two other Paris-based artists here in Paris, where I'm combining my passion for the cabaret arts and my love for wine. We had a very successful show in February, and we're scheduled to do a show in March and April, but both of those have been canceled.
I was actually at that show in February, and I remember how much fun it was. It was almost exclusively women. I think there were 3 guys, but they weren't on their own. They were with their female partner, and the rest were just groups of women. And we were all screaming in delight while the women on stage got undressed. And we were all pretty drunk. There was wine.
I'm a part of a performance group based in Seattle, Washington that had a production scheduled to tour in Berlin in the month of April. I created a solo aerial act for that production, and originally it debuted in Seattle in January, and the production and the tour in Berlin has been canceled, so that was most of my month of April. The biggest challenge just personally with being confined is the inability to train. I am an aerialist, I'm a very physical person by nature, so not having the consistent space to train my discipline has been challenging. However, I'm really trying to embrace this time. I'm calling it a giant pause button. That's my little mantra right now. I'm taking time to do things that I've wanted to do for a long time but haven't had the opportunity for time, or maybe self-discipline actually. One is I'm learning to play a musical instrument. I'm learning to play the harmonium actually. And the other is creating online tutorials. I'm creating videos and tutorials on things like how to find movement in a small space, how to continue to condition for aerial, how to get your splits, and then fan dancing and burlesque striptease and costume making, which are all mediums that I use when I create. The challenging part with where I'm at is that I live in a very small studio space. My studio is beautiful, it's my little sanctuary. I live in Paris 4 on the Ile St Louis. I'm probably the poorest person on the Ile St Louis. But because of that, a lot of my neighbors actually have left. So my building is very quiet and very calm, and I can hear the church bells and the birds. And it's actually kind of been a nice healing space for me, and that's kind of my focus with it right now. So you can find information about what I'm doing on Instagram, and I'm going to share little teasers and things like that on my YouTube channel. If you have questions about anything, please feel free to reach out to me. I think that it's really important for us to continue to connect with one another and to collaborate with the ways that we can, like what you're doing right now, Carola, with your series and interviews. Thank you for asking me to be a part of it.
Thank you, Holly. It was a pleasure working with you. And I'll get a ticket to your next show once Paris is open again. that was it, and please do me a favor and go over to Holly's Instagram and let her know that I sent you. See you in the next video. Bye!